It's Friday, June 26th on the Auburn Torch. Today, a little more on the new look Auburn women's tennis coaching staff. Let's look at it. Jason Caldwell with Auburn Undercover 247 just retweeted this onto the timeline. Permian from Friday Night Lights fame, playing Dallas Carter in the 1988 playoffs, which I guess that was the movie. That was the movie game, right? There's so many differences between the movie. Well, the movie and the book, and then obviously the show. But I wanted to say there was a Dallas Carter movie made that I actually own on DVD, and it might be behind me. I don't know. I might have put it away. But anyway, it had like real actors in it, but it was very low budget. But the coolest thing about it was that it used, like, instead of filming, I don't see it. It must not be back there. But anyway, it's called Carter High. I must have it in the attic or something. It's called Carter High, but the coolest thing about it was pretty made for TV budget. But instead of like filming football scenes, they just used archive footage. Like they'd be like, okay, they'd film in the locker room. They're all in their uniform. And like, all right, let's go out and let's get out there and go. And then they would put the real footage instead of filming it. And overall, it's not a great movie, but the archive footage is pretty cool. And that, if you've ever read the book, like I really feel like Buzz Bissinger, it gets to the end where he writes about Dallas Carter, and I feel like he would have rather written a book about Dallas Carter that year. But anyway, none of this has anything to do with anything. But yeah, those who don't know, I worked in Odessa for 3.5 years, 4 football seasons, and yeah, I'll say so like the book was based on real events. The show, the movie is based on the book, based on true events, and then the show is nothing. The show is just completely fiction, right? But I'll say it when I tell people about West Texas, and it's like, the only thing inaccurate about any of it. I mean, obviously the show's like gets crazy, right? But the only thing inaccurate about it is like in the show when like no one wants to coach volleyball, so Tyra coaches volleyball. And, like, the gym is empty and no one cares about volleyball. Nah, bro. Like, in West Texas, they are in that gym. Like, it's packed. Like, that's the thing. They care about every sport there. That's what it doesn't, it kind of shows, like, it kind of depicts all of it, I guess. Maybe even the movie. It's like football or nothing, which is, I think that's more of an Alabama thing. You know what I mean? Like, in West Texas especially, maybe even East Texas, because East Texas is more like the South. But in West Texas, like, there's nothing to do. So they all run track. They all do everything. And the people watch all of it. Like the stands are packed. So anyway, whenever you're watching Friday Night Lights or the show or the movie or the show, that's the only inaccurate thing to me is when they like depict volleyball and like no one's there. It's like, they're there, brother. They're there. And yeah, like, I mean, what you got to think about Odessa. This is a huge tangent. What you got to think about at Odessa is like, okay, so how in Alabama, it's like if you were explaining it to, someone, you're like, oh, well, in Alabama, we don't even have pro teams. So Auburn and Alabama are everything. Like we don't have, the Braves are nearby, but we don't have a baseball team, don't have an NFL team. So college is everything, right? In Odessa, there's Texas Tech. Lubbock is 2 hours away. That's it. They're 2 hours away. Amarillo's 4 hours away. El Paso's 5 hours away. The Metroplex is 5 hours away. So they don't even. And then the UTPB added Texas Permian Basin, which is the college in Odessa. It added college football. D2 college football when I was working there. Before that, they didn't even have that. So it was literally like high school football was the only football you could see there. And that's why it's so huge. Anyway, what a rant. I was wondering what I was going to podcast about today. So that helped. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it, buddy. Right now on the Auburn Torch, auburntorch.com. We have a story up on, if you missed it, check it out. The story up yesterday on Thursday. It's Friday, June 26th, as you listen. I had a story up on DJ Bennett. She is joining the Auburn coaching staff. That will start full-time in July. The details are there. And she is, the headline says it, but we get into a little more detail in the article because I wanted, I was asking Jordan, I wanted to know, what are her, ambitions? Does she want to try to play pro or not? And short answer is they offered that to her, but she really wants to be a coach. Like that really is what she wants, or she's really all in on coaching Auburn, especially this year. So anyway, so we go into her plans. We go into kind of she is still going to be playing with Esposito at the U.S. Open, and that could be it, right? And what a final bow! Like that's pretty great if that's going to be the end for you of your, official, obviously you still play tennis. Tennis will probably be part of her life forever. But as far as the full-time competitor career, to end it at a Grand Slam, that's pretty cool. So that might just be what she does. All this. Also, Pete Francis, assistant coach. This was announced on Thursday. Has been promoted and elevated to associate head coach. And again, all of this activity is because, if you missed it, Valerie Zaleva was Auburn's assistant coach and associate head coach, and she was poached to be head coach at Houston after all of Auburn's success this past season. That happened back in... it was probably in the works before the Elite Eight, right? Because it was announced immediately after Auburn's run at the NCAA championships ended. So that's why that's going on. So DJ, it seems like I think you're seeing it more and more, and I guess it's, I don't have it right in front of me, or haven't looked into it until just now because this thought just went into my mind. But you know how when the NCAA added assistants about 5 years ago, right? And I don't know if that was for these sports as well, but, because it used to be volunteer assistant, right? So now everyone has this one extra assistant to work with, and I think a lot of them are spending it on, someone young and someone, I think about Sofia Grotavia for Auburn gymnastics. You think about Liz Markovska for Auburn volleyball. She's a recent graduate, staying on and as a coach. I think it's becoming more and more viable. I can't track it down now, but I think it was like Florida State volleyball or someone like that, just on Instagram, something related on the For You page. Again, just a regular, and the coach picture was just her playing picture from last year. I think it's becoming more and more common to, have someone young who relates to players, who can communicate with players. And I thought, a lot of interesting stuff. I don't want to give a whole story away, but I think it's interesting. A lot of the things that they can do with a, young recent ex-player, like with practice. And then, we also talked to Jordan just about what kind of traits DJ had, because, DJ, co-captain on the team, the vocal captain for sure, I would say, and Angela was maybe more that leader by example, right? So what kind of attributes she has that lends to, being a coach. Listen, that's all I got for today. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I was gonna maybe look at the men's basketball schedule release because I didn't know what to talk about, but then I waxed poetic about West Texas for 4.5 minutes, and you know what? I can do that anytime. You guys, anyone who wants more of that, let me know, because I can do that whenever. That's about it for right now. The tennis coaching moves is kind of the news of the late week here. We will be back. Not sure if we'll have an episode on Monday. But we'll be in and out over the summer. But we will be back soon enough, and we'll let you know. So until next time, take care and have a good weekend.